few more. Hi there. How you doing? Hold on, let me check the audio. Oh my sweet Jiminy Jesus, that was so loud. Holy. Okay. I did catch through the audio. That's good. That's good. Hi everyone. How you doing? It's Floof here. Thought we'd just, settle down, do a little bit of a fun one. I wanted to try some new stuff out, like putting a sock on the microphone so that way I can say the letter P without blowing up the fucking mic. But most importantly, I'd like to go over some of the basses that I've played this year. And when I say year, I've tried to decide what I'm going to consider to be a year. For the case of the top 3 and bottom 3 of 2023, I'm going to say the cutoff is going to be like early to mid-December, right? Thankfully, the videos and stuff that I have recorded go back to as early as January 6th of 2023. So, yeah. Which, starting off with that one, this is, and you'll see me talking over the footage of it now, this one I actually recorded B-roll for some fucking reason, like it would actually be its own thing, goddamn. But it was the AM Pro 2 vintage, not the AM Pro 2, the Fender American Vintage Reissue 2, not to be confused with the first one, Fender Jazz Bass, the 1960s one with the lollipop tuners. It was seafoam green. That's why I picked it up. I mean, hold on. Like, it's my entire brand is seafoam green, okay? Like, I want it to be more of my brand. The Idiot is minty green. The cable I have on the ground here is surf green. Like, my brand is light green, okay? So, obviously, I picked this thing out. These things were relatively new at the time, and, I mean, they're still relatively new now, but, I wanted to try it, and, oh, man. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I still remember vividly liking this one a lot. It was quite a treat to actually play, honestly. It was just so, like, if you dug in, it was bitey, but when you played out and you mellowed out, the thing was still, like, warm, but had enough top end and a little bit of grit just to keep you interested. I love this thing, man. I would totally buy one if it wasn't for the price tag of it. If it wasn't for the price tag of it. The price tag is what kills me. I'm a college student anyways. It's not like I'm affording shit like that anytime soon. Come on. Come on. That'll end the first bass. The second one I drove all the way out to Denver to try just a shitload of 5-strings. So I got 4 different 5-strings that I'm checking out. The first one is a Sterling Ray 35, I think it was. I was trying to get myself to like 5-strings on this trip, and I saw that the store out in like the south side of Denver had like 4 of them, so I just took the trip up. And yeah, they were cool. As you can see, it went really well because, I definitely play a 5-string now. I learned something. I learned that, 5-strings are cool, and I'd probably own one down the road, just not right now. Most of that is financially strapped for cash. This Sterling was like a pinkish white. It was like pink in the light, but it was white in the, it had a cool finish. I liked it, okay, with the torque guard. The pickups I remember sounding really good. It sounded like a Music Man. There really isn't much to say about that. It's a good cut of the formula. I thought for the expense or how cheap it was, I think it was like $700 or $600 or something like that. It was like a really, really kicking bass. And it had flat wounds on it, which I am a big fan of. I think they were chromed though, so. Yeah. This next one was... Oh, the camera fell over. I remember that. It's a G&L 2500. It looks like to be in like a vintage 3-tone sunburst. This thing was awesome. I love GNLs. I think this one was a tribute series. L2500, and if I'm buying a 5-string, it's probably going to be the L2000 because the neck pickup on this thing was sick. The pickups together was sick. The bridge pickup was sick. The wiring was sick. Do you get the point now? This thing is fucking sick. If you have not tried a GNL yet with these MFD pickups in them, Tribute Series or not, these things are radical. And I've tried both the US ones and the Tribute ones, and I would totally buy a US one if I had the money, but I probably can only afford the Tribute one. So, we're going to roll with the bones on that one. But yeah, this thing was cool. I'd probably get a 4-string of it. Smile. Oh, the next one was an Ernie Ball Music Man. Like, true daddy Ernie Ball. And, I mean, I have not much to say on it. It was an Ernie Ball Music Man. What do you expect? It's top-of-the-line quality. Top-of-the-line everything. I'll just let this one play. This last one was also an Ernie Ball Music Man. The jack, I'm remembering, was broken because the video is playing in my lap here. This one, the dude made a pickguard out of like plywood, and it was just a white Ernie Ball Music Man. I honestly fell in love with this bass. I kind of want to see if they still have it, because if I were to buy a 5-string, like with money is no object right now, I'd actually probably buy this one, just because of the funny wood pickguard and just it just had like a thing to it. It felt good in the hands. I loved it. It's just you had to like whack it to get the jack to work. But hey, if they fix that issue, I'd probably still not pay $1,900 for it, but I'd definitely pay money for it. Good money. This is last Saturday. And I just went to a local music shop just to look around at stuff. Because I learned that there are quite a few in town. And, some of them have some really cool stuff. And these guys actually did have some really neat stuff. And I remember actually this day because I remember seeing the video of AMP's last, 2022 top 3, bottom 3. And I remember him talking about how the Oase was an abomination to mankind. And I was like, it actually doesn't look too bad. Because I assumed it was a short scale bass. He was right. This thing is an ergonomic abomination to God. It neck dives like no other. It looks like it should be 30 inches. It is 34. The body is too small. The headstock's too heavy. The tuners are too big. This thing is just everything about a P-bass that is incorrect, and they move the P-bass pickup forward, which is fine. It's cool. But, if you want a P-bass sound, buy this. Actually, what is wrong with you if you buy this? You're just asking to, you're just asking for misery, honestly. The Taima. It's the Taima jazz bass. It's a 60s-esque jazz bass, it looks like. I don't know the wood or any of the specifications of this. All I know is this one was kind of set up like shit a little bit. I remember the action being a little high because of the neck was just bowing a little bit. I remember the pickups on the low strings were too far and the high strings I think were too close. It might have been vice versa, but I do remember that. That was annoying. I think this bass can be really cool. I mean, it was only like 300 and some odd bucks. So I think that as an upgrade potential bass, and you want something that's pretty much Fender but isn't Fender or Squier, yeah, I'd look into this. This thing's cool. It's just it's a Fender jazz bass. copy at the end of the day. And although that's interesting and cool, it was never really anything on my radar. Oh, this Ibin has 5-string. This thing is actually pretty cool. I don't know the exact model of it. I'll try and find it, and if I do, then you'll see it read somewhere around here. But yeah, it was cool. You know, out of the other 5 strings I tried, I'd probably pick the GNL over this one. I'd probably pick the Ernie Ball Music Man over this one. Either one of them, obviously. But, like, yeah, I'd probably still pick the, like, Sterling by Music Man, the GNL Tribute over this. Like, there's nothing wrong with this bass. It's just not a bass for me. I do see the value in it, though. It's got Nordstrand pickups in it, and I don't know what preamp in it, but it sounded sick. And, yeah, like, it was just a very cool bass at the end of the day. But it was, like, not my kind of cool, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what this upright was. I'm pretty sure it was like $6,000. But this music store had like a classical like strings room, and of course I went in there and just started whipping up some jazz and stuff like that. If this is the bass that I was thinking of, it just sounded boring. Like there wasn't a lot of low end. Was this the one with the clovers? If this is the one with the clovers, then this is the cheap one. Yeah, it's got clovers on it. Yeah, so this was yeah, this is the cheap bass. The cheapest one that they had there. And like I liked it. Honestly, like it lacked a lot of like real low end. It had a lot of low mids, but it lacked a lot of like really fat low end, like under 200-ish or under like 150 even. It just was lacking in for me. I think the one that I have at the school, that's like the bar right now, because that's the one that I'm used to. And if I could find something else that is within a reasonable price range that I think sounds just as good, if not better, then I would be happy to attempt to jump on it in some time in the future. But, ooh, burp. But yeah, no, that one was just like very mid-rangey, which, ooh, burp again. Yeah, but that upright was like really mid-rangey, which I normally dig, but it had none of like the booty to back it up. So it just wasn't what I was looking for. It's cool though. It was fun to see like a bunch of, they had like 3 upright basses in the same spot, and of course like 40 violins. But you know, they had 3 upright basses, so you toss a dog a bone sometimes. And that's it. That's all I got for you. That's all the ones that I have recorded throughout the year. Ones that I do remember trying and didn't record will go under the categories of the Epiphone Embassy, which is really badass, the American Performer Mustang, which is fine, the American Performer Precision Bass, which is fine. I mean, the Jack Cassidy bass, of course. I owned one. The Geddy Lee signature bass, I have those videos up on my channel. Oh, jeez. What else? I miss my Rick. I just scrolled past pics of my Rick. Would this be... No, this is September of 2022, so I might not... No! I tried one in another music store, this Squier Classic Vibe. I think they're hit or miss. I think if you get a good one, buy it, but if there's a lot of dogs out there, so just be careful. Like, the one that I owned was a dog, but the one I tried in this music store was a moneymaker. Oh, jeez. What else am I thinking of? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. All right. Well, y'all know what to do. You're probably going to see Pajama Austin in a couple more videos here, because I'm going to record like 2 more and then edit all 3 of them today. So, you know. Ooh, iPad on the ground. Perfect. So, yeah, go ahead and do that YouTuber bullshit, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.